How can I get
Okay,
this
it
to
says
go
we're
bigger?
live. Hello,
Really
everybody
small.
out there in Space 1999 land. Todd's Corner starting. We got Mr. Gordon Moriguchi with us and our very, very good friend Mike and Debbie Reeder. And if you remember or if you know anything about Mike Reeder and Debbie, they are our aluminum people. They are aluminum people. Yes, they are our people. Anytime we need some aluminum for anything, they are the ones. And don't get me wrong. Miss Debbie does quite a bit for that also. Look at there. There's a nice aluminum piece. What size was that, Mike?
Yeah. It's 44. It's a Eagle one. 44.
Make sure your mics are turned down, or your not your
Yep,
mics, but
I
your
got it.
speaker.
It was
Okay.
my phone.
So, Mike, I got to tell you, man, I have, ever since Dave Pearson had done the remod for this Product Enterprise Eagle from back in the day, your aluminum, just amazing. He did the aluminum all the way around, and this is just one ultra small example of all the aluminum that I have in my possession that was produced by you. Amazing stuff.
I got a few bits and bobs too, I think.
Just a few.
Yes. Just a few.
Wow, looks like we're up to 14 people there.
All right. I know I saw Ken Skiffington. So we've got Mr. Mike Reeder here, the aluminum guy, aluminum people. If anybody wants to ask any questions about aluminum or what he's done in the past, I'm sure he would be glad to answer you.
Hit it up in the comments. We'll try to follow him as best we can. Good evening, Mr. Ashton. How you doing? It's an Ashton.
Yeah, I need to give him the link. I'm trying to find the link.
Oh, does he want to chime in? That's good.
Yeah, I could have swore I sent it to him. I have to do it this way, I reckon. So, Mike, how's the weather down there? Up there, wherever you are in Canada.
Cold. Minus 33. I don't know what that is in US because we're all centigrade. You guys are still in Fahrenheit, so I don't know. It's cold.
Are you guys able to move around pretty good?
A minus 51 up north.
Ouch.
Yeah, we had a snowstorm in the week, but the plows just plow it down. So we
good. Good. I kind of figured you guys would be more prepared.
71 with a 94 wind chill up north.
Minus 71. That's just
nuts. Yeah, we're all prepared.
I don't even know what zero's like.
Yeah, with a 94 wind chill.
71.
That was up in. Yeah.
Anything past minus 25 just doesn't count. It's just too cold.
Right.
It's I don't know what it's 2 degrees here. That's delicious. Very cold.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that cold over here yet. We got some snow today though, but now the sun's out. Anyway, what you got going on there, Todd? What's new? What's happening in the world of props and ships?
So, looks like Mr. Ashton is trying to pop in too. Basically, I posted actually somebody had posted on the BP Taylor Eagle 1B kit, and I just kind of caught my eye on it, and then all of a sudden I started getting these people saying, "Hey, that's cool. I'd like to have one of those." So I got in touch with BP, who is taking a what do you call it? A sabbatical from Facebook. So anyway, he said sure he'd like to, if he got enough interest, he'd do another run of them. So looks like we're going to do another run of those. And I think Mike, you did a aluminum bell for those, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Have a look in the box. I've got a whole box of goodies that just throw everything in for odd things like that. So yeah, I think I got a bell. A lot of people did a lot of variations on bells. That's the thing. So
Right.
they just threw in whatever they wanted. So
B1, yeah. Is that easier?
So
oh yeah, there's a B one there.
Oh, nice.
Cupboard of secrets.
Yeah, and the all kept in the cupboard of secrets. So yeah, that's
I
a.
wonder if BP is going to do a 1/48 scale
you
of the
can see that.
B1B. Very nice.
yeah, mine doesn't even. I don't know if mine has that or not. I have to look.
I don't remember any of the Eagle
Yeah.
1Bs having any aluminum on them when we were playing around with your shelves.
Maybe
Unless
not.
you got something in storage somewhere.
No, I've just got the one that BP built for me.
Yeah.
The one that was at Wonderfest.
Yeah, very nice. So do you think BP is going to be coming up with a 1/48 scale?
I don't know. That's a good idea. We'll have to ask
All
him
right.
when he does join.
Well, looks like we've gotten a number of other folks here. We got Jeff Rubel. How you doing out there? Nick McCarty, love your CG work. Howdy. Jay Hoff, hello. And John Haig. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. How you doing, John? Good to see you or hear you or read from you.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys, it would make it easier for me to see your names on my live feed here. If you guys, there's a link that you can follow in this live feed down in the comments to allow Facebook and Stream Yard to work together, and it'll show your who you are to me without me having to watch the my phone. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of cheating. I have my iPad with me talking to you guys while I'm looking at my computer, following the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing. But Richard's having trouble again logging in.
Looks like Mark Craig is also having issues.
Okay, I need to send Mark the. Let me see if I can get Richard in with us.
There you go. You can see me now.
There he is.
What the heck happened? Why do we go green?
It's Ashton with a nice Eagle shirt.
Are you guys seeing green, or is that just me?
We're not seeing any green.
What the devil?
It's late dinner. It's late tea. Late tea.
Huh.
No. Huh.
None, please.
Tea is supper for you other people, or dinner, or.
So, Mr. Craig, I just forwarded you the link on the chat.
Thank you, Gordon.
Now we'll have about 1,000 people want to chime in.
I'm having issues here. I'm seeing like a green screen on everybody, but I can't see Richard. This is weird.
Well,
I'm eating sausages.
So while you're playing around with that, I'm going to do a shameless plug for Mr. Sean McClure. I don't know if you guys have gotten this particular book here, the Martin Bowers World of Models.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you got Richard's book. Oh. What are you doing?
You just knocked me right out, man.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I was trying to bring you forward.
Oh,
there.
Okay. Here we go. So this book is amazing. It's freaking huge, and it's almost like a workbook, but it's one of the most amazing libraries ever compiled together for Martin Bowers' pretty much career. Sean McClure did quite the work on this. Probably hit up a number of folks like Martin himself, Dave Hirsch, and a few other folks. Yeah, get on Amazon. Just look up Martin Bower. This book will come up. You could either get the Kindle version or the book version. This book is just amazing, and he doesn't even know I'm making this announcement, but I just love this book so much. It's absolutely amazing. High quality, soft bound, very good book. So the Kindle is like $10, and the soft bound is like a little over 50. It's also on Amazon UK as well. Mr. Taylor, how are you?
I'm good. It took me a few minutes to get on here. Sorry about that.
It is what it is, right? We're all learning IT one way or the other.
The sound is kind of intermittent too. It's kind of cutting out.
I blame that on Todd.
Okay. Some reason Richard's what the heck is this? Gordon? There's BP. I see you. Richard's feed was making my screen go green. I don't understand why I was doing that.
Uh-oh.
What's happening, BP?
Did you just run him
I'm
away?
here.
I tried to fix something on his and I lost him.
No.
Okay, let's try this again.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Yep.
Don't know if you.
No, he's kicking me into a green screen for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Weird.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, people. Bear with us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll get back to, hey, Richard, if you're listening, I will, when we release somebody here, I'll get back to you. Something's going on with the, with your feed trying to come in. So BP, you doing all right, buddy? What was that?
Somebody's phone.
Can you hear me, BP?
All right.
I'm going to bring you forward.
Turn your volume up. He probably can't hear us.
Hey, BP, can you hear us? He's froze.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's frozen in time.
Well, while we're waiting for BP to turn up his volume, I'm going to give a shout out for the folks who are saying hello now. You have Teru Yamada from, I think, Japan, right? Tuning in.
Yeah, Teru. Hey,
then
Teru, how you doing?
Dennis. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Bernard. Let's see here. Jeff Polizzato. Let's see here. And Eric Longstreet. How you folks doing? I hope you guys are doing good.
Gregory
Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome, guys.
22 viewers.
Welcome. This is getting pretty cool. BP, can you hear us yet?
Yeah, I think he's having some issues with his mic and his speakers, or both. I don't think he can hear us.
I'll message him and tell him to log out and come back in. So, can you still hear us, Mike?
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yep. You're coming in.
Gotcha.
Am I still coming through? Okay.
Hey, BP.
I think I need to improve the communications.
Yeah, get him on the comm lock, would you?
All right. Well, I think we'll probably have to iron out some of BP's IT issues maybe in the future if he's not hearing us or seeing us or whatever.
He's probably not.
So
I can't hear him for sure.
So to answer Gary Reynolds' question, the only new information from the round 2 Comlock is basically it's still on the books to be released, and we're looking forward to the set to come out hopefully sometime this year. Now, I don't think that Jamie had put out a date yet as when it's going to be released. Cool thing is I don't know if you've paid attention to some of the prototype stun gun, but you have all 3 variants that you could actually create for it, which is nice. The year 1, the year 2 stun kill, as well as no stun kill, and you could just slap a cap on there. There's Mr. Craig. How you doing?
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I tried to get to come on with my work laptop, but it just wasn't having it.
Wow, I don't know what's going on with.
So I've had to resort.
I've been in and out.
Right.
So I'm here.
Yeah, you're coming in nice and clear too, all the way from the UK. Good evening.
Right. Yes.
Welcome again.
It's not snowing here, but it's snowing on most of the rest of the UK. I'm in the northwest of England, and we haven't had it so bad here. But the rest of the UK, it's being deluged in snow at the moment.
Right. We got some snow here too.
Yeah.
Looks like Mr. Yamato's seeing UFOs in Japan.
Oh yeah, Teuo is he? Is he watching us?
He's on the chat. Yeah, he's watching us right now. He's on the chat.
All right.
Trying to get BP online here.
And then Chris Wright. Good evening, Chris Wright. How you doing from the UK?
There's BP. Can you hear us, BP?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you this time.
Was this a little bit better?
The audio is still bad.
Very, very sorry, BP.
We hear you. BP, we can hear you.
Good evening, Mr. Simpson from Scotland, or
Yeah.
north of Scotland.
Yeah, I can't see anybody's names. Anyway,
So I have to actually refresh my own Facebook feed.
well, I see the feed over here. I get to see the feed, but it just says Facebook user because you need to allow Yardstream to use your name. It's basically what it is.
Gotcha. And Peter O'Rourke, how you doing this evening? All right. Welcome to the show.
Peter O'Rourke is the one that helped me design this screen for this show. So he's pretty cool. Pretty cool
Looks
guy.
good. Looks spiffy.
So anyway, he says he's in the backstage. Let me try Richard again, but if it goes green, and it did. Can you guys see Richard?
Yeah, we can see him fine.
Yes.
Yep, I'm here. Hello.
And we hear him.
Hello.
That's good, man, Mike. Guys, gang, everybody.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, let's go ahead and let's move forward.
Yeah, I can see you guys, but it's all green, so no big deal.
Yep, we can hear you and see you just fine.
It could be good, Todd. It could be green alert. You never know.
Right. So anyway,
Todd, what's new for BP?
BP has the okay, sorry. Concentrate here. So anyway,
bless him.
The Eagle 1B kit we did a few years back. Oh, I hear you. Can you hear us now? BP? Where's BP? Where is BP?
Yes.
Hey, now we can hear you.
Oh, no, because they will screw
I heard my name.
Okay, BP, you're up front. We're talking about your kit, the Eagle 1B that sounds like you may resurrect for another run. What's your thoughts on that? Can you hear me, BP? You must have a bad internet service.
He's just. It looks like he froze up to me.
I think he's still on AOL dial-up.
Good grief, BP! You can't stay on that. Let me see.
Anyway, go ahead and make the announcement of the Eagle 1B.
Yeah, he's there's been quite a bit of requests for it, so we're gonna possibly make another run on that. So if you do want that, there's a post in the group that of all the pictures. Just put your name down there and say, yes, I want it. Don't tell me that's cool, because that doesn't tell me if you want one. I mean, you can put that's cool, but I'm not going to put your name down as you wanting one. So anybody, you have to say, I would like a kit. Uh-oh. What happened?
So you should ask. So Todd, you should ask two questions. You should ask if there's a vested interest in the original kit being produced for another line, another run, basically. And then what I would do is I would also ask the question part two: how would you feel about a 1/48 scale, if that's at all possible? See what kind of interest we can drum up.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, wouldn't it be cool to see an Eagle 1B with all these new round 2 22-inch Eagles?
Right.
That to me would be.
I would go for that, definitely. Yeah, 1/48 scale one, that would definitely worth having.
Okay, BP's back, I think.
Looks like you have another individual too. Mr. Mark Myers has joined us. Howdy, Mark.
Is he on there? Okay, there he is. BP is in the background. Mike Reeder's in the background. Hello, Mike. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Aha.
Is that working better?
That's definitely working better, Mike. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, much better.
Definitely.
Hello.
Yeah,
Is it any better?
BP?
I just threw the.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and talk to BP. I'm going to mute some other mics. BP, we can hear you. Uh-oh, somebody left. Hey, whoever's got the video on,
Yeah.
you need to mute it. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're back. Somebody left. Mark Anthony left. Okay. I'm gonna
just fell over.
We're gonna keep everybody right here. BP, can you hear us?
There you go.
Okay, BP still having problems.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk. Like I said, BP is gonna do another run, I believe, of this Eagle 1B, and go from there. So, like I said, leave your name in that post that I've got down there, and let's see if you want one. And everything went green again. What in the heck is going on here? All right. So, what else we got?
So since we have Mike Reeder here, hey Mike, do you have anything new that you would like to offer, or what you produce, or tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Well, I've just should be coming through better. I've changed.
Is this any better?
The laptop on the floor. What am I doing? Actually, I'm doing more Star Trek more than anything. Sorry, I used that name on the Space 1999 thing. But,
Sorry.
Well, that's what I'm doing. And what else have I done? I made something for The Expanse. I don't know if anybody's ever watched that show. That's the main bell to the I have no idea what it's called, but it's for the Expanse. So I've been working on that. I've been working on. I did some 33-inch bells, which is for the Martel. That's
Oh, the
33.
Mattel. Yeah, gotcha. Very
And that's
cool.
a 44. So you can see the difference in size.
There you go, Todd.
There you go.
That you could add those to your Mattel Eagle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Don't have anything doing.
What else you got
So-
there, Mike?
So do you have any more 88-inch stuff that you want to?
No, I did. I made one of those.
What is that?
I have your
That's a
command
killing method.
module sensor. What is that?
Yeah, that's for stabbing them people who keep asking too many questions. Like,
Oh, I'll shut up then.
I'm shutting up.
it's a Scottish calibration wrench from Trek.
Oh,
It's like-
nice.
Yeah, it's like a.
I
like
thought
a
it was for
toasting board.
barbecue
It's for barbecuing.
to flip burgers over or something like that.
Yeah. And then Christmas, I still made some of those. Like it's like Happy Christmas, like There you go. It's
Oh,
stupid,
okay. Almost looks like a Uhura's little earpiece.
but- Oh, you mean it?
Yeah, I know you got a bunch of those sitting around. Those are the coolest
one of those.
earpieces.
Yeah.
Those are the coolest
Okay.
earpieces ever.
There you go. I'm good. I can hear you now.
It looks
Wonderful.
like I'm having problems adding too many people is what's going on.
Yeah.
That may be true.
It's,
So, Mike, basically, I can't tell you enough that the workmanship that you put into all of the stuff that you do produce is just nothing less than stellar, right? It really makes any kind of model pop, and it's just amazing. So, if anything, at the very least, I really do appreciate your hard work and your attention to detail and everything. So it's just amazing stuff. So if anybody's ever interested in any kind of adding aluminum to their kits, their third-party kits, whatever, Mike usually produces just about anything and everything that your heart would desire. Ultra Probe stuff, Swift stuff, Eagle stuff, Hawk stuff, you name it, he produces it. And at the right scale, the right shape, the right dimension for the most part. It's amazing stuff.
Mm.
yes.
I've been doing it since 2000, so kind of got used to making this stuff now. So
Have you ever figured out and counted, oh, this is my 1 millionth piece I've produced?
I think that day's long since gone. I think that's.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We don't have time to count.
Yeah, I bet. But it's just amazing workmanship. So
Yes, absolutely.
hopefully we'll get to see you guys over at Wonderfest. If they do have Wonderfest, I fingers crossed. My hopes are not high for that, but we'll at least move forward with at least keeping up with the announcements.
Yeah.
I would think that if they're actually going to redo Wonderfest like they tried to do last year in October, that's probably when we'll see each other again. But
Right.
Yeah. Well,
we'll
they're not
definitely
gonna.
keep everybody updated.
Well, they're not thinking of opening up the border for a long time yet until everybody's been vaccinated, and like to our rollout of vaccine is going here. It's going to be probably next year before everybody's been jabbed.
No kidding.
It's a bit of a dog and pony show here. But
Mhm.
what can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
Well, I'm looking forward to it if we do it. So,
Yeah.
for people that don't know, Wonderfest it's a huge gathering in Kentucky, in Louisville, Kentucky, and usually the end of May, in the first weekend of June. It's pretty huge. There's all kinds of model builders and model kits, and it's a model builder's sci-fi dream. So
Yeah, pretty
I'd like
much.
to mention Jersey Fest too.
Jersey Fest. I haven't been to that one yet. So
Yeah, you should try that one out, Todd. It's I did a presentation there a number of years ago, and actually, God willing, this year, if everything goes okay, I'm going to be doing another one or some kind of presentation at the show.
right on.
Yeah.
Does round 2 show for that one?
They should.
I don't think so. They don't. I asked
Okay.
Jamie last time. I was thinking about it too.
When is Jersey Fest?
Be honest, I'm not sure. I reached out to one of the organizers last week, and he told me to get back in touch with him in about a month because they're having the same issues as any other fest or convention or whatever because of this COVID. It may not happen. So I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be that way with everything. It's going to be a slow roll back into after they feel that they've got the COVID under control, which God knows they're not doing a very good job yet. Jumping back to the Eagle 1B, I'm chatting with BP on the messaging. He says he'll be doing the basic kit, whole top and bottom, wing, and accessories. So
very nice.
Jump in there and put your name down quickly because it's coming. So I'm gonna try and show you guys a picture of this. So hang tight with me. I'm gonna use my share screen to try to do this.
Hey Todd, while you're sharing, I'm going to say a couple of things from the comments here. It looks like Peter O'Rourke says, I don't know if this is jokingly speaking, but I want to see the aluminum engine bills for Jan Wenenberg's Eagle.
Yeah. Do you know how big that would be? I worked it out, and it's about 21 inches across.
Wow, that's a lot of aluminum.
There, yeah, that's a lot of aluminum.
That's more aluminum than even the big Swift that we saw at Wonderfest.
Right.
That's right. It'll be 4 times bigger than that.
Good grief. Four times the cost, or maybe 10 times the cost.
Oh, yeah. It just...
Are you guys seeing this pictures?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
it looks like you're on picture number 2.
Yeah, that picture right there is the basic kit right there. The wings, the body, and everything like that. So,
what's the other variant? What's the other variant?
It's a piece like an extra booster. You'll see it in a second here.
Oh, there we go.
But I'm not sure he's going to be doing that. It hooks onto the back part of that.
Gotcha.
But that's what you'll get right now, and I'll have to talk to him about the extra booster. That's what the kit looks like coming out. That's the body part. There's the bottom half. Wings. Wings upside down.
Yeah, that looks like the longer variant there versus the shorter one that you just showed. Yeah, that's the longer variant.
Once you do the body's all the same. It's just when you add the wings, it makes it look like a little shorter.
Oh,
there's one built up.
Propped on an Eagle like the glider.
Yeah, that is John Ashmore, I believe. He's in Japan. There you go. It's on top of a 22-inch Eagle, so it's pretty much a cool little device.
So he produces everything, the resin, everything.
The total kit, yeah.
I mean, to answer anybody's question, yes, it's extremely highly. Whatever BP does in that kit is highly high quality. I don't think there's any bubbles in it or anything like that.
No, there wasn't at all.
Beautiful,
beautiful
produced.
Nobody complained about this kit. Now in this picture, it's the bottom part. It's the bottom picture is the actual basic kit, and then on the top picture, it's got like a little booster on the back. So we'll talk to him and see how that works. But there's the bottom. I mean, it's a really cool kit. There's the on the bottom ship right there. You can see the extra part that goes on there. It just kind of slides up onto the back side of it and then extends it. Is all it does. So,
and then on top of that, Mike Reeder actually produces engine bell for that, right? Yep. There you go.
He's got it in his hand. I got a lot of people here.
And
Beautiful.
some other little bits. And there's a little thing that goes inside. Trying to get the picture here. There you go.
Oh, baffles and everything. Nice.
Metal baffle.
Yeah, metal. There you go. It's difficult trying to get this camera sent. So, but people have had different shapes, different sizes. People have asked for custom bells, whatever they want. So,
very nice. Very nice. All right.
You guys see this?
Yeah. What you got going on, Mark? Is that your Eagle 2 build?
Yeah. Actually, it came out pretty good. Pretty happy with it.
Has that got the Mike Reeder aluminum on it as well?
It does not. I may have to actually reach out to Mike about his aluminum bells. He
actually, I think the RCS thrusters. I think the RCS thrusters and the CM sensors are the only thing that he'll be able to produce for that, since you can buy a whole aluminum ensemble from Round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an agreement they have.
It's all right. Yeah, this came out pretty good. I actually went to the Catacombs website.
There you go.
And
that's an awesome place.
Yeah, and got some really detailed pictures of the Eagle 2. One can drive themselves insane trying to match up, more so than any other science fiction model, because these things were painted so many times.
Yep.
To try and figure out, like, this is the Eagle 2. So I don't know.
Well, the cool thing about the Eagle 2, the original Eagle 2 44-inch model is, which is owned by Andrew Frampton, by the way. It's probably been detailed or redetailed the least, if not hardly any. Eagle 1 probably the most, but Eagle 2 is probably in its original form, probably more so than any of the other shooting ships.
Is that right? Yeah, because the detail and painting and changes. It changes from, I don't know. And then when you go and look at it, because they have high resolution scans from the TV series itself, where it made its appearance, and then you check that against what it has now, some of it doesn't match up, and which is it's understandable.
Well, Eagle 1's been restored and then restored again, and it's probably been underneath 15 levels of paint. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right.
So here's something prior to the Eagle 2 build. This is an actual Eagle 2 mod build. What BIM had done is he actually took an Eagle 1 kit and shaved down or sanded down all of the details from each one of the shoulder pods and redid the entire engines. And he also worked with Mike to get nothing but 100% Eagle 2's measurements of aluminum on this particular build here. Amazing build that BIM did, but the Eagle 2 thrusters are also amazing by Mike. I love the finish on them. The finish is just remarkable. And he also did CM.
So does Mike have to? So Mike, do you have to stick to that agreement with Round 2 in regards to the Eagle 2 engine bells?
Yes.
They're a little different, right?
Oh yeah, they're way different. But see, the agreement was that I wouldn't make anything that Round 2 makes. And at the time when Gordon wanted his Eagle 2, I asked Jamie if I could make Eagle 2, for people who wanted to convert their kit, which was fine. But now, obviously, Round 2 make their own kit, and they do their own Eagle 2 bells. So that's how it goes.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So Gordon's is like a pre Eagle 2 kit. So I could make them for that.
If I may, the Eagle 2 aluminum bells that are available, they are not accurate to the studio miniature, are they?
I
Yes, I mean, come on. Yes, no.
yeah, they're
No,
not.
they're not.
Okay.
Right? They're not.
So
Not quite.
Right,
no,
exactly.
not quite.
Because there's a
No.
lot, basically, and there's nothing wrong with that. That basically it's just the Eagle One bells with the additional bells for the rocket booster that goes on
Yeah.
the spine and the 2 additional that go on the laboratory pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, there is a difference between the 2 belts.
Right.
Vast difference.
Oh yeah.
So-
Just, you don't have some right there. You can show them, do you?
Yes, I do. I'll just go get one.
I just want
There
to.
you go.
I'm actually. You guys are probably doing the same thing. I'm watching my computer because I can't get this on my computer. So, but Eric Launchstreet is a friend of mine. He actually, and just to go back a little bit, Jersey Fest is definitely a thing that round 2 should consider going to. They actually, and here's funny, when I was doing my class, they actually gave away one of their Eagle kits at that. So they have been there.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I don't know who won the kit, but it was given as a prize at that particular Jersey Fest when the Eagle kits first start coming out.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember seeing the advertisements for that. Yeah, it was. I think it was the very first rendition of what does Jamie call it? The test run or whatever. It's test shot. Yes, test shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it was. He had done that for Jersey Fest.
Oh, you know who I think? I know who I think won it. I could be wrong. Jay, I can't say his last name.
Oh, Jay Chadlick.
Yeah, he may be the guy who won it. I'm not sure.
Jay did a what do you call it? A test shot build for Jamie also.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike's got he's going to show the comparison.
Oh, you know how cold it is running out at minus 30 something. Okay. So this is an actual casting from Eagle 2. Right? And it's still got the tape on from when but that's an Eagle 2 bell. Actual casting from the actual thing. So you got that?
Very nice.
And now here is the Eagle 1, which is another casting from the actual bell. If I can just get that into focus.
Yep.
So,
very nice.
So yeah, so there are differences. It's hard to try and get that, but there are differences.
Right.
Funny thing is, the folks over at Space Models, I don't think that they were really taking too much of that into consideration, considering most of us were watching 1999 on a 19-inch color TV with trolley wheels.
Well, yeah, and if you go to Eagle 3, then that's a different shape again. I don't have an Eagle 3 now. So
speaking of Eagle 3, I think I got Darren Peters in here trying to. Let me see where he's at. Let me see if I can add him.
While you're trying to do that, good evening, Susan Peterson. How are you? There's Darren.
How come
Hi, Todd. Hi, Gordon.
How you doing, Darren?
I'm doing good.
How's your? I take it you're in like 6 feet of snow and it's like minus 75 degrees centigrade.
I'm doing good. You guys?
Can you hear me? Okay.
There he is.
Okay. Excellent.
I see him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, everybody. This is Darren Peters from Canada.
Hi, guys.
He is the actual owner of Eagle 3. Lucky dog.
Hey, man. Nice.
So welcome, Darren. Nice to see you. Got Mr. Mike Reader and Debbie Reader. We were just
There's
talking about. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
thanks, Todd. There and everyone. Nice to see Mike. Mark, nice to meet you for the first time. Gordon,
Nice to meet you.
always a pleasure. Nice to put a face to a name. And Todd, you know, we've talked before, but there seems to be there seems to be.
You gave him a delay.
Yeah, there's.
If you've got your volume up on whatever your device is, that probably gives you a bad echo or something.
It's,
I don't know if you have headphones, Bluetooth, or anything like that you can use, but that'll give you a delay type problem.
Darren owns Eagle 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I really would like to hear what he's got to say.
It looks like he's working on it.
Technology's great when it works.
Yeah. Well, I know I was lagging pretty bad last week, and I had just bought a new camera and hooked it up to my computer. Uh-oh. What is going on with this stuff? And so I was lagging pretty bad. It sucked. I was so mad about it. But I'm using my built-in kit right now, or camera. Try it again, Darren. See how you are.
Hey, can you hear me?
Dog.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I'm thinking you can't hear us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds to me like he can't hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gordon, there seems to be you're cutting in and out, and it looks like your video is freezing.
Everything's looking good from here. We can hear you, but I don't think you can hear us for some reason.
Well,
Over a little bit, Mike.
Yeah, he's got a bad internet connection.
Yep. It's back to us again.
I guess so.
It's Canada. We all have bad internet and live in igloos and no running water. So.
Sharing the internet, are you?
That's right.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
always on the wireless.
Do you see those massive hawks in the background of his feed there? My goodness, it'd be interesting to go over there to his place and check out all the goodies. You'd have to put me on a chain or something like that and hold me back, though. That's a lot of stuff.
Definitely have to frisk us. What we need to do is have a little props and ships
Eagle meet
convention, Eagle meet over there.
Yeah, a little Eagle summit or something like that.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you had the pleasure of visiting him one point, and you got to hold Eagle 3 and probably took a lot of good pictures and all that.
Yeah, it's just a thing that I don't know why everybody has a 44-inch Eagle. I have to hold it, especially like when I realised how much these things cost. So I was kind of
It's a rite of passage.
Like, yeah, just put
It's
it
a
on
rite
the
of
floor and I'll
passage.
just stand by it. Yeah. So yeah, I held Eagle 3 for all of 2 seconds, and then I think, no, if it breaks, then it's all on me. So put it on the floor, and I'll just kneel by it and smile.
How's your build coming along?
Oh, that one. No, it's still like in bits.
I think you're making too much stuff for us in order for you to focus on your own self.
Yeah, I'm just like too busy doing other stuff, other projects. So doing stuff for me. I think last year I made one model last year for me, and that was it. I just don't have time to do anything.
Yep.
Nature of the
Well,
beast.
sooner or later, you're just going to have to make time for yourself. You better have Miss Debbie do it.
Oh yeah. Well, when I die, everything will end up in the dumpster anyway. So.
So just to let you know, I have an active passport. I can be up to your place at Lickety Split to be going through that dumpster.
Right, yes. Yeah, you'll need to be in that dumpster pretty quick. You'll all be in there.
Welcome back, Mr. Craig.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah, I tried to get on my laptop, and it just wasn't having it in the end. So I've had to come back on my phone again, and the signal's not very good on this, as you know. So we'll just have to try and persevere. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're coming in fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who has a nice dedicated internet connection seems to be doing pretty well.
I need to get a new camera for my home desktop computer because the camera gave up months ago, and I've not been able to get a new one. So
right.
Yeah.
So I think, Todd, this is probably the point where we should probably put in another plug. So I guess you guys have heard the latest and greatest on the 1612 Infernal Machine set. So imagine getting your Infernal Machine Eagle Beak tank and your flatbed tank with another Eagle. And this time this Eagle is actually going to be just a plain Jane Eagle transporter, nothing special. And you'll finally, for the first time, get to put all three of your tanks together in this fashion here. I'm really looking forward to lining each one of these up and doing a comparison shot because I have these test shots here. I finally got to put up the my radar dish back on the thing. It kind of fell off of this particular 1612 test shot, but they're coming soon. If you haven't seen it yet, they're going to be shipping them out this week, I think. So. DHL is usually really good. They use DHL, and it gets to us all over the world. It seems like lickety split, except for the guys in the EU. I think the EU has some issues going on, which I'm not really too familiar with. But I think Canada and folks within the UK, obviously, and the United States are not affected. So I'm looking forward to that set. There's the 1612 plug of the evening. So. Hopefully you'll be pleased with them. Now, a word of note. I think there's a lot of complaints about the original Mike Burrows prototype tanks. Those are different than these test shots, which these are going to be what's going inside the box. These are a lot more accurate than what those original prototypes were. So just, if you guys are really worried about that, or very, very concerned, very eagle-eyed looking at the differences, I don't think you have to worry too much about that. Anyway, you be the judge when you get your set. So it'll all be awesome. Looks like Mr. Peters is still working his way. How we looking? How we sounding, Darren? Hey, Darren, we can hear you. How we coming in?
Good. I switched to my cell phone, so I guess that's working.
A little bit of lag, but it's a lot better.
What'd you say, Craig? Mark? Craig?
It's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame that the 1612 didn't think of releasing a Gwent to go with the 3 tanks. That would have been nice.
Well, the Gwent would have been.
Yeah, big, and somebody would have just thrown it up against the wall.
Yes.
So,
Todd, do you have any idea when the stun gun and comlink kit are coming out?
Spring, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Somewhere between then.
I saw on their website last night they're saying March.
Yeah.
They're hoping for March.
That's what they're shooting for. Just as long as they can get out of the the ocean and being able to deliver in your country there.
Yeah. I don't know who's got those ships all messed up, but they are in a big mess. So
Bated breath.
since I got Darren back, let me bring him forward. There you are.
Hey guys,
How you doing?
can you hear me? Good. Can
Yep.
you hear me?
Yes, we
Yep.
can hear you.
Oh, good. Excellent. It's nice to be here. I've watched Todd's Corner for several episodes now, and it's nice to, hear the different stories and see everyone. I know we can't get together right now because of COVID, so this is really nice alternative. Todd, I think Todd, you and Gordon set this up, so kudos on you guys for doing that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think this is a good way to get through our I don't know, what do you want to call it? COVID and our isolation days.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Besides, we get to see you international folk a little bit more often.
Yeah. Is there anything that you might be interested to talk about on Eagle 3 while you have me on video?
Absolutely. That's what we'd like to talk about is Eagle 3.
Okay, well, I can probably do better than that. And now that I'm on the cell phone, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's go. I'll have to go to the other room, other floor.
Got to open the vault, the double vault doors.
Actually, there is something I do have to open, but it's not a vault. It's a screen. It's my video screen.
Nice.
Which, yeah, you got to watch these shows on big screen, I tell you.
I bet. Yeah, I haven't.
I've
got one.
Hey, Todd, do you know how I switch from my view to the camera view, or?
There's on your phone. There should be a switch button in the.
A couple of arrows around the camera that look like it's spinning the camera around.
Yeah, it normally is there. I can tell you, I'm familiar with that part, but it's just about.
Oh.
It's not on mine either. So I've tried it the other week to switch from looking at me to
Where'd everybody go?
looking
There they are.
away.
I'm gonna try and go to just to hit the camera button. Let's see if this does anything.
I think Mike dropped his phone.
Yeah, I think so too. I muted you, Mike, for a minute because you were making a lot of noise. Oh, where'd Darren go? There he is.
He's there.
I hit the camera button, but apparently that doesn't work. So I'm just gonna try my best here, guys. So try and tell me pan up, down, left, right, okay? Because I can't see it.
Easy peasy. Very nice. Very
Hello,
nice.
darling.
What's the eagle above it?
So this is a eagle by a friend of mine in Calgary. I think it's still a WestJet pilot, Keith Fuchs. He built that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, he built that many years ago, and
Got a few pictures of his.
Yeah, he did extraordinary. When he was model building, he did extraordinary work.
I always thought it was one of the best builds prior to everybody's. Go ahead.
So yeah, he had gotten. You want me to zoom in or?
Yeah, zoom in on Eagle 3. I gotta see her. I gotta get my fix.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that looks. She's still in good shape.
Oh yeah, she's basically screen use conditions, so she could probably use a touch up here and there, right? But I prefer, and I know it's not for everyone, but I prefer originals that haven't been restored.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You know, I understand when things are broken, you've got to restore what's broken. But
Right.
Yeah.
typically, you know, I'd like just to restore what's broken, not the whole thing. So
That's all.
So
as
what
you
other
can
screen
see-
use? Go ahead. Go ahead.
One thing I'll let you guys know that not too many people do know is that Eagle 3 pods are different than Eagle 1 and Eagle 2 in that the bottom geometry is different.
Looks a little fatter,
So
taller.
so what happens is that this line on the normal Eagle 1 and 2 comes down and straight down, but on here it bevels in.
Very interesting.
So yeah, a little known fact that probably most people don't know if they're building an Eagle 3, that the bottom of the pod needs to be, these angles need to be cut in so it's not at a point like it is on top.
That's very, very interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Anything else you'd like to see?
What other screen used items do you have?
Well, the glider is screen used.
Oh wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that come from Brian Johnson himself. He had that in his collection till about 5 years ago.
Wow.
That is pretty neat.
So yeah, if anyone is looking for, painting pictures, reference pictures, just let me know. I'm always glad to help that way.
All right. That's
I know,
awesome.
I appreciated it because probably about 20 years ago when I reached out to David Sissons, he was one of the blessings, in my life that he didn't really hold back anything. And he really supported all my questions and sent me castings and sent me measurements. And the guy is just, in my book, he's A1.
Yeah, David's a pretty cool guy.
We had him on last week.
Yeah.
You did.
You got anything?
You did.
Got anything else you want to show us, Darren?
Oh, I want to see that UFO interceptor. That thing is sweet. Look at that.
So this is something I carved out of wood probably about 15 years ago and made brass landing gear and all that. Again, Phil Ray, he was integral part of providing me actual measurements to the UFO interceptor so I could get it right. And then I actually sent it to him on a trade deal. The funny story is I sent it to Phil on a trade and I ended up getting it back, but when I sent it to him, it wasn't painted. And when I got it back, it was painted. And
well, that's a bonus.
David Sissons had applied his magic to it. So it's gone intercontinental and painted by David Sissons now. So
wow,
that's amazing. That is amazing.
Is that is that a Jim Small pilot ship there next to it?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Oh, the pilot.
It's either. I think it's from his molds. I don't know whether this is a casting from his. I bought it finished. So, doing a lot of international travel in my line of work, I don't have, I can't build, all the, as you know, Todd, and Gordon, everyone on here, we have about 50 projects in our mind, right? And we can't always get to all of them. So when I do find a really excellent replica, that kind of like this Gwent here, you'll see.
Ah, the Theo Gwent.
Yeah, he had finished this one to the nines, and then he had decided to sell it. So it's got a home here now.
It is amazing. Theo did a really good job on that one.
Yeah, he does great work, man. That guy is just amazing. This grab arm is from a friend of mine. He's also part of this group, I believe, Todd. He's in Paris. He's a 3D guy, and
Oh, yeah?
he
Who is he?
just sent me. Oh, I don't know. I think I gotta pull that card, Todd. I've got to pull from your deck. I can't remember right now. You know, I can't. It happens. I know it's just on the tip of my tongue, but and then just a few other things.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure.
Was it Devil's Planet
I'm not sure what you guys
city building?
Pardon me?
Is that Devil's Planet city building there?
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually, when I owned the original Devil's Planet, it had sustained quite a lot of damage, and there's quite a few missing pieces to it. So I replicated it and
Very nice.
sold the original. I think James Winch has it now.
What's
yeah.
the
What
story
else
on your
did you
Thunderbird
have?
3?
Oh, that's a Ben Modler Thunderbird 3.
Oh, yeah, Ben.
Modler, one of the best.
He's good. Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, when
I wouldn't
Ben
mind
was
having
just
a T2.
starting, yeah, when Ben was just starting out, he had just released his this Thunderbird 3, and of course, I wanted to buy one because I want to support these artists, right? Because when they're that good and they're starting out, we need to support them. So I said, yeah, I'll buy one, but I want it in the original, the pilot color, and I need you to just shape the nose cone more severely, because it had kind of a straight nose with kind of a bend at the end all of a sudden. And so he did, and that's how this came to be. We worked collectively on Thunderbird 2, his big Thunderbird 2 that you I helped him get the contours for the nose. We worked together very closely on that. And at some point, I just pulled away because he was so close. He was just going to finish it. So he's so good that anyone that ends up with one of his models, like if you hold that model, you're holding something substantial.
Right. Exactly.
Looks like you have a UFO sky up there too.
Oh yeah, it's an Ashton. It's
an Ashton.
This is by my great friend Richard. I tell you, when you're working with Richard, it's such a blessing, because a lot of artists, and I work with probably a dozen artists globally, that the communication is somewhat intermittent. But with Richard, he just jumps on the phone and calls you right away to sort things out. So I can definitely say that working with Richard was a godsend. He's a very detailed guy. He's an artist. He's a craftsman, and anyone that's looking to get a project built by him would not regret it. It's a prize, man. And hopefully one day the diver will join it. And,
yeah,
you might need
Richard's a good guy.
Pardon me, Gordon?
I think you'll need a little bit more room for that.
Well, I have 6 floors, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay,
holy
awesome.
crap! 6 floors.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
I don't have, but you do still rent but my wife is getting really tired of all these things. So I have been paring down. I sold a lot of my original Star Trek rifles and Star Trek props. So I'm trying to narrow down the collection just to Anderson now. And you might see some recent builds of mine.
The Swift.
Here's a Swift. I can
the
tell you
Dumas
the. Pardon me?
Is that a Dumas kit?
No, that's studio
scale.
Oh, it's that big? Oh, okay. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, here's my hand for scale.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's definitely not Dumas.
Yeah, no, his kit is excellent, but that's not studio scale. So
no.
and then we just go to when I owned the original Hawks. You know, it came to a point in my life where I felt that, you know, I had been probably selfish, you know, acquiring a lot of these props and models, and my family deserved probably a trip. So I decided to replicate both Hawks, you know, out of stainless steel and using the measurements obviously from the originals, and sold them back to. Well, at the time, I didn't sell them back to. They came from Phil, so I sold them on to Martin Willie.
Right.
But I don't. You know, in many ways, you know, a lot of people, if they were to see it in person, you'd go, oh, that's cardboard with a little bit of plastic on it. So I thought, well, yeah, I'd kind of like to keep it, but you know, I think the family deserves a trip. So
right.
And here's another one that's mostly coming along, a Super Swift.
Ah, the Super Swift, very nice.
I don't know what you guys see, so if you want me to,
it's perfect.
Right, left.
We can see. You're on the front nose of it right now. So,
hey Todd, can you actually show his screen only?
Yeah, hold on. Back to it.
There you go.
If you want to walk down the side of it, that's pretty neat. So where do you get all your measurements from, Darren? That's
actually what
the hardest thing.
Yeah, you're right, Todd. That's I don't build anything unless it's gonna be, you know, in the 90s close to the original, because the best place to start is parts, right? Because the parts don't lie. Kit parts don't lie. They have a definitive size. So this was actually a coordinative between myself and Pierre Alain.
Right.
He lives in Switzerland. And Pierre's, for example, the aluminum engines were made by his machinist in Switzerland. They're a little dusty right now, but I can tell you that, and Mike has seen them too. You know, like they're equal to the highest standards we have. Unfortunately, I've lost contact with Pierre, but he had gotten a replica that from an American collector shipped to him in Switzerland, and who I did the CM for. And later on, you know, you tweak things. That's how come for me things take so long, because you've got to get it right. You know, some of these models are 10, 15 years in the making. You know, I don't. And now I was away for 5 years in Saudi Arabia, so things get a little bit put on hold, and I'm not sure what you guys want to see, because there's just model after model.
Yeah, the SPV there is really nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's got a little bit of a story to it. That I built one I finished one in I've been building it for about 5 years, and in 1991, I had sold it to Martin Bauer, because Martin Bauer said that he was doing a series of comics, I guess. You can see one here.
Yep. Yeah, that's highlighted in his book.
Yeah, actually, that's my SPV that he's refinished. So he's rebuilt the chassis, the underside chassis, new tires, new back tracks. I think he's modified the nose. He complained to me once that the nose was a little bit long. So I guess he's probably sanded down the nose a bit. But I'm pretty proud of it. You know, when you're a young model builder, and you know, I had definitely still Martin's on my list of you know, awesome people, because if it wasn't for Martin building so many Space 1999, you know, ships he did for the show, I don't know where I'd be, right? Because his craftsmanship and his use of paint and contour is just amazing.
Right.
So we've moved like any friendship or any relationship. You have your ups and downs, right? And we're good friends. It's just that it's nice to see. I know the true story, so it's in his book, and I've got my friend holding it, and to me, that's what's important.
Yeah, very much. Yes.
Right. It's
I'd
not
like to.
Very nice.
who did this or you.
Darren, was that the building from the city of Golos, so in the corner of the room before?
Yeah.
What it looked like to me when it flashed past on my screen. Is that what it was? Is that what I saw?
The city. That's the. There, let me go back.
From the Exiles.
This one?
No, I thought it was Devil's Planet, but yeah, I think you're probably right.
Well, it actually shows up in 3 episodes.
It's very, very tight. Yes,
Here, let me bring it up closer.
So in one episode, it's very prominent, and in one, I think it's the Exiles. It's, if you look at several shots, it's way in the background, but it is there. But it is there, yeah. And then you see the missile in the background. I'm not sure if you can see with this lighting, but that's from Last Enemy.
Very nice.
So I had a bunch of model parts, and so I just threw a bunch of these together. I don't like wasting model parts. They sit in a box and nobody's doing anything with them, and so I just thought, wow, just assemble them together, right? So something else is
I love that building. I love that building.
I'm sorry, you what? Pardon me?
I really love that building.
I think that well, if you're looking for some, I think it's very easy to do. This is a Tamiya kit. You just buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then glue the chassis together. And it wasn't that difficult to replicate. A good friend of mine locally, he actually helped me out because I was in and out of Calgary at the time. I'm always flying overseas, so I said, I need your help, right? And he dropped everything, thank God, and he did his magic. And I don't know if you guys know Colin. Pardon?
What's his surname? What's his
Malusic?
surname?
He goes by SMT, Scale Model Technologies.
Yeah, I think he's a member on the group.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. He's helped me. I've known that guy since just before grade 1. I was there on his first day of school, so we got history there.
Wow.
And he's definitely, he's got a dedicated shop, and he's got parts galore, kits galore. So if you guys are looking for really hard to find kits, or you need something molded, or you have a custom kit that you're thinking of getting made, or you need something built, he's, if Richard's too busy, then it depends what continent you live. Sometimes it's easier to, if you live in the UK, get it built in the UK. If you live in North America, get something, done by someone in North America, right? Let's see, what else? This is the danger sign. I'm not sure if you guys from the nuclear waste area.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Right. Yeah, let's see if I can. It actually still works after 40 years.
Get out.
Yeah, no, this is actually the studio wiring, and I'm just going to connect a lead to. There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
After 40 some years, I can't believe it still works.
One of these days, I'm going to have something from that daggone show.
What's the story of your laser tank?
I think though that was built for me by a gentleman called Rob Hobby.
Oh, you
yeah.
got the Robert Hobby one. Yeah. Love the Robert Hobby one. I wouldn't mind getting me one.
I'm not sure if anyone in the group has his contact info, but in my absence while in Saudi Arabia and in Bahrain, my computer here kind of fell to disrepair, and I lost a lot of my contacts. So to some people, it seems like I just disappeared off the planet, but the reality is that you can't contact someone if you don't have their contact info, right? So if anyone has his contact info, I definitely appreciate you forwarding it to me, because
I think I've got his email.
Yeah, we chatted, we Skyped actually, I think every weekend for years. I can't imagine what he's doing now, but I'm sure he's got a lot of stuff. Let's see, we've got just I think this is a Jim Small pod, but with some Paul Gray machined feet. I'm not sure if you guys have seen those.
I mean, I've seen some somewhere, but where'd you get those at?
Oh, Paul Gray, actually,
Paul Gray.
years and years, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, he had a machinist that was doing a bunch of 44-inch pods, landing gear, side pods, middle pod, everything out of, and it was excellent stuff. I highly recommend it. And then we've got, I think this is the booster pack that I got with Eagle 3. I think CT, Chris Trice had done that one.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
Nice.
And this booster pack was, it was kitted up actually as a prototype by Jim Small. And I think the intention was that he wanted to do a kit run of it. And he decided, I guess, not to. So he put it on eBay and said, whoever buys it, you've got the rights to, in the description, it was like, you've got the rights to make a kit and sell whatever you want, at the time. And so I haven't done anything with it. It's just sitting there, hoping maybe one day it'll be, kitted up for people. But I think that day's probably come and gone. I think people have already made their own.
I like to make some.
Yeah. Well, you can always talk offline, Todd. Like if you're, I don't know what manufacturing, facilities or you've got at your disposal, but I think that's definitely, if people are interested. Of course, Jim does great work, right?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know anyone like Chris Trice, Jim. Everyone does such great work. David Jacobs. I think we're all familiar with David's work. Right.
Oh, yeah.
We've got behind there, I think that's a friend of mine, Ken Skiffington.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he's on here.
Oh, okay.
Tabor Tank.
Well, he's an amazing builder. He's fast and amazing, and he's unbelievable. The guy is just incredible fast. This is,
he shares a lot of his works with us here.
Yeah, this is a, I guess you call it winch pod. This is originally David Sissons owned it, and it was purchased by Keith Hooks. And again, Keith was kind of clearing out a bunch of his stuff, and we live 5 minutes from each other, so he said, "Are you interested?" I said, "Bring it on over." So
lucky.
It's that, you're in the right place at the right time, but
yeah,
hey, I'm in Alberta. I'm on the West Coast, it's hard to be in the right place at the right time. Todd, Gordon,
oh, yeah.
we know that if we're in the UK, it's much likelier, you know, to come across these things, right?
Yeah, it is. One of these days, I'm gonna have a screen use something. I don't care if it's a rock.
Well, you know, Todd, you know, everything that you see, like if it's 19, and here's this is another. This is the Eagle laser cannon, and that was built by Ken. Let's see what else is there. You know, I can move around. But that's not Space 1999 that you might not want to see it.
I love
here's
that.
Battle
Love
Cruiser.
There's the battle cruiser. Yeah, that's nice.
What's the story on that?
Story on that.
The battle cruiser, yeah.
Well, Martin Bauer built that.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it came to Canada, and then I became the new owner. It didn't come directly to me. There was a interim owner, and so yeah. Give you some idea of other things that I'm currently finishing, but I didn't build. They are Space 1999, and I don't know if you guys know of Alpha Child.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So this gives you an idea of scale.
It's big.
So
then you have the
this is
sight on
30
below
inches about.
Yeah, it looks like you have the sight on below it.
This is again built by.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good scale there.
Did we lose him?
I don't think so. I've still got him. Or he froze.
I think he froze.
You keep losing me. I keep coming in out. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing, man?
It just keeps dropping. Signal just keeps disappearing, and then it keeps trying to put me back in again.
Mm-hmm. I'll see if he reboots. I'll try that again.
Oh, there he is.
Hi guys,
Weird.
sorry my phone died in the middle of. I don't know what you got to see last.
Just your Alpha Child ship.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's so much more to show you. I can probably do kind of a walk around in my shop. It's not a very big shop, but I'll grab the camera. Let's see. We can start around here. Let's see if I can hold it properly.
Nice ultra probe
Studio
there.
scale Jupiter 2.
Yep.
Large ultra probe. Here's a
maximize the screen.
44-inch Eagle that I'm currently.
There you go.
Yeah, for some reason
working on right now.
Eagle 2.
Yeah, and of course, it's got the mic reader aluminum, which you can't beat.
Of course.
I highly recommend if you're looking to do any project that has aluminum or metal. Mic is just amazing. So I guess everybody knows that already, but you know, these engines, I decided that I wanted an all aluminum engine section.
Oh, that looks very
and
heavy.
Mike made it work. So, you know, just amazing.
That is nice.
I bet that is heavy. It's beautiful, though.
Let's see what else we got here. working on a Thunderbird 1, but that's not Space 99.
Well, I
This
love
is
the other Jerry
actually
Anderson stuff.
from a friend of mine. He did a 3D print. If you're familiar with Steve Platt.
Yeah. Steve Paul Platt.
Yes.
Yeah, so I worked with him a couple weeks ago and had him modify the top of the Thunderbird 1 because I find that most Thunderbird 1s, they're too long and the nose is way too long. So I had him modify the 3D file and he printed this off. So, you know, it's great. It's, you know, 3D prints, yeah, I'm not too fond of them, but you can actually get them very smooth with a couple coats of paint and a little bit of sanding. So
Very nice.
there's a
Very
44-inch pod I'm going to be finishing with a full interior, console lights, computer lights, roof lights, sliding doors. So I'll keep you guys kind of on the
Yeah, I'd love to hear updates on that.
info on that. I can't zoom in on this, so this has got to be a distance shot. Some hawks. I just, like I said, I don't like to let things go to waste. So if I've got extra pieces, and of course, you know, I always have Saturn V and Saturn 1B kits. So, you know, put some PVC tubing together, ABS tubing there together, and you see on the. I wish I could extend this. Let's see if I can point to it. Here's a 16-inch hawk. It's actually a casting off the original that I'm in the middle of restoring. And
You have a screen use stun
probably
gun,
in the
don't you?
corner, you can see a Shadow Mobile.
That's sweet.
Some Martian War Machine assemblies that a friend I'm just about to put the sound and lights in.
Sam's car, those.
Studio scale Stingray.
Very nice.
If I come to visit you, you know, and I'm wearing a trench coat and carrying a big bag, you know what's going on, right?
Well, I tell you, you know, people know me that, you know, I've had people come from all over the world, and my door is always, if I'm here, right? Caveat is I'm here. We can definitely get together, and I had one guest stay for 3 weeks. I found him a VRBO, not, you know, 3 minutes from my house, and you know, I just went and picked him up every day and brought him over, and you know, had lunch and dinner here, and took him around the city, and we did a lot of. I gave him a bunch of castings, and you know, no one ever comes to visit me and leaves empty-handed typically. So, you know, I know what it's like, because when I used to visit the Star Trek studios in LA, Greg Jean, you know, I visited him in 1991 and again in 1993. It's so nice when someone says, "Oh, would you like this?" And you're like, "Of course," you know. You're just shocked that somebody would do that. Here's a couple more hawks. Those are I can't take credit for all of it. The heads are actually from my friend Jim Small. He, you know, I started building these, and I found, well, I don't have any heads, and so he said, "Yeah, I'll do you up some heads." He still had the molds at the time, so I think it was the heads and the top framework and the solar panels he did for me. And,
I actually
right now, I'm sorry, Todd. Can you say that again?
I actually own Jim's Masters and that kit now.
Yeah, they're really nice kits. If someone can get their hands on one, I'd say that's the route to go. Of course, you know, I don't know if your molds have the head separately.
No.
No, it's the head and The
Oh, okay. So yours
partial
might be maybe it's a different mold, because I know the ones that Jim was selling originally had separate heads. So if people were making the body, they could just buy the head, the command module, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so what I did is, you know, when I had the original Hawk, before I let it go, I did certain things. Like, let me just put this down for a bit so I can grab things and show you. So, for example, where are you?
Throat.
So something like this, right? This is the bottom of the Hawk. This is actually a casting off the original.
Nice.
So it's got, you know, all of its asymmetry, you know, the little gun you see there. And so what I do is I try and supplement all my Hawk builds with as much of the castings from the original as I can. So these, I think the rear engine bell I molded, the rear thrusters I molded. What else did I mold? Oh, I patterned up from the original solar panel. Right? So this is actually
nice.
to 3 decimal points exact, right? Like you take some calipers and go crazy. That you can replicate anything. You know, like David's attested to before, when you have an original prop and you're just looking to duplicate it, it's so much easier than guessing.
Right.
Obviously. And then of course you can see the underside, which is in fact, these were used for the Super Swift landing feet.
How about that?
You may recognize them.
They do look familiar.
That is crazy. Eric Longstreet says, is there a comprehensive list anywhere of the donor kit parts for Space 1999 ships? I don't know of any offhand, but
Yeah, no. Like a master list of kits. I think it would be easier to kind of narrow it down to what you're looking for, right? And then do a group build, like open up a group build, because when you get a lot of people working on one thing, it just goes so much faster. And I found that myself. A good friend of mine in I call him my Danish pastry friend. He's Lars Madsen. He and I spent years on video calls, and it's so much easier when you're on a video call like this, and you're zooming in on a piece, and I know that, and then the other person says, it strikes a memory in them and says, I have that other kit, right? So maybe there's going to be a Todd's a modeling corner where people could collaborate, say on a group build. Just
that'd be a good idea. It'd be a good idea. We could do something like that. There's no the sky's the limit when we could do stuff like that. It's just if people want to participate. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I know pretty much all the parts. There's a few of us that know all the parts. I have the parts, but I'm one of those people that I don't like to keep kit boxes. So I strip all the parts out and I put them into a huge bin. And having somewhat of a eidetic memory, I can recall almost spontaneously whether I have that piece and where I put it. So I've got about 10 large clear bins that are like 2-3 feet long by 6 inches deep by 2 feet wide that house all the parts. So if someone's looking for a part, needs a part, like I said, you've got Colin at SMT, he's kind of like a parts guy. He knows his parts inside and out. Plus, he's got parts to sell. Like if you're looking for elbows or you're looking for valves like the AMA or Plastruct valves you need for reproducing the shelf detail on a 44-inch Eagle. He's got all those parts too, and yeah. So I've got a lot of parts here. I basically do all my own stuff or buy stuff I don't have time to do. So pretty soon I'm going to be selling some of my stuff that's not Anderson, just to make room for more Space 1999 stuff.
Some guys have all the luck.
So, you'll see a Studio, let's see what's coming. A Studio Voyager. I'm thinking of the Tabor ship, Emporium, the Tabor Emporium.
Oh, the SS Emporium, yeah.
Yeah. Studio scale. And then something outside of that would probably be Terrahawk's Space Hawk Studio scale. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 148 scale Voyager 1 that Todd's trying to make arrangements with.
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, I hope it's. I just talked to him a while back, and he said it's coming. So I don't know.
I know the designer of the Voyager that you're talking about, Todd. So I'm not sure. Is it still George who's going to be producing the kits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
he worked with Jeffrey.
Yeah.
But I think he said last time I talked to him, the parts are all in, and he was waiting on just something else. I don't remember what it was, but he redid the. It was going to be aluminum parts on there. I think he went to white metal or something like that. I don't remember but hopefully soon, because I've been moving that kit every month for a year now.
Yeah.
Well, you made the initial announcement at Wonderfest 2019.
Yeah.
I know I just sent Jeffrey a part that he didn't have for Voyager. So it's the last part that he didn't have. And it's for the leg. And you really can't complete the landing gear without this piece. So he's now got the what's the English word for that? Vintage part that he needs for the landing gear. So maybe that's going to flow through and onto George as well, right? So
yeah, I'd like to get my hands on one of those.
Fingers crossed.
It's quite impressive. So if I do my math right, the 148 scale will have the main body will be a 5-inch diameter main body top, which is a good size for a shelf, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And of course that means that the 124th scale or studio scale would be a 10-inch diameter.
Yeah, that's a big one. I'm just glad to get some of these alien models, out, because you got to have something to sit with my Eagles. Everybody says, "Why you got so many Eagles?" Because there's going to be bad guys coming sooner or later. And I'm going to need.
Yeah, one of the bad guy is always interesting because I wish I could show you, but my phone's died. Is the Cetasius, the studio scale one I have, and the recent acquisition is the warp ship. So if I could charge my phone up, but I don't know, maybe we can get a little bit of a charge out of this thing.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe next time. We can do it next weekend or so.
Yeah. And it's these are big. These are like 5 foot, 6 foot models that I just have to modify the warp ship slightly because I have a 22-inch Eagle that is going to be docking to it. So I'll show you that in maybe a future episode if you're interested.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Yeah, I want to do these quite a bit. And have I'm probably gonna have to narrow it down and have special guests like you and everybody. We're gonna probably have a panel of 3 or 4 people all the time, and then bring in somebody like you and the readers and because it seems like it gets a little bit bunched up and it messes with the technical part of it. I'm still working on this. This is only the 3rd one I've done, and right now this is probably the best one I've done so far as the technology.
So just as a thought, Todd, I can see you've got me on the big screen. Mm-hmm. Since you've done that, I can actually use my headphones, and all the sound is working perfectly, right?
Yeah, you're coming in perfect.
It seems that when you've got the screen divided into so many pieces and people, that the sound it's almost like it's splitting that one that pipeline into 6, 7, or 8 people, and it's not really working too well. But if you could make it so that it could maybe switch, like if I'm talking, it switches to me. If Mike Reeder's talking, or Gordon's talking, or Mark is talking, or any guest is talking, it makes them big, and I think that's going to reduce your technical issues.
Right. Yeah, I can mute mics, and I can bring you forward and somebody else forward. So I'm learning to do that now. I'm not sure if it'll when one person speaks, it'll cancel the other ones. I haven't figured that out yet.
Hey Todd, just an observation. When you and Gordon were doing your museum in your house, you were looking at the stun guns. Did you, from my perspective, did you have a Jim Small stun gun in there?
3 of them.
3 of them, and I think you compared it to. Let me show you what I'm getting at. So I've got a Jim Small stun gun as well, and it's
right.
So it's got the right shape for the most part, and the only thing I feel is that it's really tiny, right?
Yeah, you got big hands too, like me.
Well, no, I got small hands actually.
Do you?
I got small hands, and if you know if you ever shook Martin Landau's hand, you know his hand is substantial, right? Like your hand gets lost in his hand. Right? It's like he's got a mitten or something. He has a huge hand. So, I hope that, I guess the point I was trying to get to is that with these new stun gun and Comlock kits, do you have any idea of what size they're going to be, right?
Gordon and I, we did a little comparison. Wasn't it the Jim Small, Gordon?
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, we took Roland Cormier and Jim Small's gun up to round 2 and compared them with the 3D printing of Jamie Hood's right there at the table. And we did some photographs of them. I could shoot you the photographs one day of all 3 of them. It's pretty good size, I think. But the stun gun itself, the original stun gun, was also rather small to begin with. If you actually look at like Nick Tate's hand on the stun gun, or maybe even Tony's hand on the stun gun itself, there's a number of screen captures that really look like the hand is pretty big on the stun gun itself. It's kind of small.
Yeah, well, I tell you what. Well, I'll go get something, and we'll have a few minutes to talk on that.
Sure.
Lovely. Everybody else all right there? Debbie, Mike, you good? You doing all right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still there.
Hello. Hey, your camera and your sound is working really good now.
Yeah, cleared up
Yeah,
nice.
we changed to the phone rather than the laptop's just a
Too
door
old.
stop.
Gotcha.
Right on.
So
Mark's
I
hanging
like
in over
using
there.
my iPad.
Same problem I had.
So this is an original stun gun.
Really?
So when the stun gun that James Winch owns is from me. So
So you're that is what do I it was modeled after one of the vacuum form screen used stun guns or the actual Hero?
no, this is from the what do they call their background, right? So
Yeah, vacuum form.
Basically-
Yeah, it's the vacuum form one.
so essentially every time you see a stun gun, whether you're on an Eagle or you're a pilot or you're wearing a spacesuit, or this is the one that you see, right? So if you do a comparison,
Oh yeah, much bigger.
right?
Yep.
There is a size difference, right?
Mhm.
And that's how come I was just saying, when they're going to do, because this is the one you actually see 99% of the series, right? But you could take it and heroize it, right? Which is what I did. And here's one that essentially I took the stunt,
right,
and heroized into a hero version. So
Yeah, that's nice. That's really good.
But all the security guards had to be because they just vacuumed.
So
Well, let me ask you this. So the vacuum formed one, the ones that you always see on TV, the ones that are used for stunts or whatever, all they did was they slapped plastic over the Hero, which that would actually make it bigger, right? Anyway.
Well,
in the final,
I think that's not quite true. The Hero that I owned for a while was made out of wood, and
right.
and because I owned the stunt as well, and in order to make a mold for this, I split it in half. So
Sure.
there's no way a Hero would fit inside there. I know what you're getting at, that you would just do a pull over top of it, but there's no way a Hero would fit inside because of the edges, right?
Right.
So they were just typically whipped together, like literally cut out of sheet wood, rounded off and painted, and they look good and they handle good, but essentially you can find shots where you get a really good idea because of Koenig's hand being so much larger than the average person's, that you can't have the hand that, just like this one, I guess, I don't know how to show you, but you can see some of the bottom of the handle, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now my hand is far smaller than Martin Landau's. So like Martin's fingers would come out, another quarter inch, half inch longer than mine. And his hand, you still saw the bottom predominantly on the stun gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I've never really even paid attention to that, honestly. That's a good point.
So I just think, if someone wants to do, a stun gun, like I said, you're welcome. If you want the stunt, you want the Hero, maybe it's something people want is something screen size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's
We'll
always been it's always been an interesting subject, to say the least.
Very controversial, no doubt.
Yeah.
I can imagine there's a lot of those just came up missing because people just put them in their pockets and walked off the set with them.
Oh yeah, they exist. I know collectors that have them, But once, like, you can buy rubber that barely shrinks. It shrinks like 0.0001%, and that's the rubber to get, because 90% of the rubber out there, in 5, 8, 10 years, you'll lose about 15% of the size.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Because rubber continues to shrink over time, right? And so the thing to do is, if you mold anything, cast as many as you can right away, which is basically what I did, right? When I molded this, I knew better, and I think I casted about six or eight of them. And but again, if someone's looking for reference for proper size, these are, I think those are Mike Reeder. I think those are Mike Reeder. These are Mike Reeder pieces too. So
nice.
Yeah,
Mike Reeder that one looks almost as big as Roland's.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
And another thing is, you often find that on the black piece on a stun gun, they make the black piece come too far into the silver, right? So this line comes way back to here, and it's like no. This, if you study the stun gun at great lengths, you'll find that there's a lot of silver side to it, right?
Something again I didn't really pay attention to.
Yeah, no, it's just for those people that are more rivet counters, or there's definitely a segment of people that, hey, I made it out of cardboard and I'm happy with it. That's great.
Right.
There's people that I cut it out of a 2x4 and they're happy with it. That's great. There's people that get a toy from Remco from the 70s. That's great. But
that thing's a little bitty though. Good God. I couldn't even hold it with 2 fingers.
I remember painting that thing up, and when my parents would take us camping, I would be patrolling the forests by the lake. Oh, yeah. And it was Space 1999 all the way, and sometimes you just had to. This is the first one I ever made out of wood.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing is, if you compare it size-wise to the original, I was almost right on.
Yeah, you were.
Right. So
interesting.
I just wanted to tell you, Darren, Teru Yamada from Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
He says, thank you for showing many of your making collections in your field rooms and talking very much with us. He's Teru, when we did the 2019 convention, he sent a bunch of his built models to me, and we took them to the convention and showed them off. So he's like a huge friend, and I've still got them. He told me to keep them, and I'm going to send him some stuff. Still trying to do that, but you can't send anything to Japan for some reason right now. So, but he's watching here, and he really appreciates you, what you've been doing today and showing off some of your goodies.
Well, I definitely appreciate Teru, because his stuff has shown up many years in magazines and periodically on the internet, and it's such an inspiration to see his work. And he works in such small detail. I think Todd is the caretaker of some of his pieces now. You can attest to the detail of his pieces on such a small scale. And he gets, I think one of the more important thing is he gets the contours right. He gets the proportions right. His pieces are definitely amazing. Todd, if you've got ideas to, like you said, there's going to be aliens coming. Why don't you mold some of his alien ships and make kits out of them?
Yeah, I'd have to talk to him about it, but yeah, I'm sure he'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and if he's the artist, typically, and either a person gets a commission or some free kits for for helping out. So, because I tell you, he's got you've got his Cetasius, which looks great. His Dorcon, I think it's his Dorcon. The one that was going to Thessalina.
Yeah, is
with
that
Dorzak?
Is that the big tall green one?
Yep.
Yeah, that one looks really good, and the Cetasius looks really good.
Yeah, it's in your display, Todd, right now.
Yep.
Yeah. So there you've got like the Dorzak would be a 2-piece mold. The Cetasius would be a simple 2-piece mold, maybe making the engines separate. And man, I think you have sales galore. You can put me down for 2 of whatever you produce.
Yeah, and Jeffrey Wargo's pretty good at doing that stuff too, and he and I are working on a 22-inch lift platform, kind of like the old Warp kit. So but it's going to have it's going to be the correct lift that was in the show. So we're trying to get it very close to that. So maybe after we're done with that, maybe he and I can come up with some of those things like that. Thing is, you dive into all that stuff, and everybody's like, yeah, I want one. And then when you invest the time and the money into it, then some people disappear. You know what I mean? Because maybe it's more expensive than they thought or whatever. But
I think when you're talking about development of a kit, there's a lot of upfront cost potentially. But when you've got, for example, let's use the Cetasius from Teru and his Dorzak, the tall green one. Mm-hmm. It's already built, right? It's already built. It's already detailed. If I were to guess, because I'm also a master mold caster, and an honorary special effects guy for Canada. So I'm the go-to guy they sometimes call here. You're probably looking at, for the Dorzak, you're probably looking at about anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. So that's about $200 to $300 worth of rubber. And then if you're looking at Cetasius, you're probably looking at $150, $200 worth of rubber. But
yeah,
that's it. And then you pump them out, and it costs. You got to pay obviously for some time and graphics and stuff like that. But man, if I had those things, I could pump those out like 20, 30 a day. That wouldn't be an issue.
Right. Yeah. Once they're done, once they're molded and everything, it goes pretty quickly.
Teru, if you're watching this, convince Todd to mold your ships.
Nice.
Because they are amazing. And I think that we should all, Todd, you'll have the original anyway, right? So, but if you did a close-up of those, and I think Gordon actually said that. Gordon, when you were panning in Todd's shelves, you had said you wanted to do an episode just zooming in on Teru's miniatures. And I think
I sure did.
That video, I think everyone's going to sign up, Todd. If you're looking for sales, you've got them, right? Those are 2. Yeah. I think those 2, I don't know what else you have, but those 2 for sure.
I'll shoot you a photograph of Nick Tate over the table of all the models that were displayed at 2019. Yeah. It was actually really cool.
We had a really good time. Another ones that I like of his is Ara Shuttle.
Oh yes,
I really like that ship. It got some damage, and there's some pieces missing during shipment. I don't know how they got missing, but I'd like to fix that up and then do one of that too.
Well, I tell you what, I'm still gonna be in this country for probably the next 6 to 8 months. So if you wanted to, I can whip molds together in a day, right? And do castings. I can probably in a month do a couple hundred. But if that's something that can help you, then great. I'm not even looking for any money or anything from it, just to help you out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. He just left a message on the post. Said, Todd, share with many guys my scent models. Dorzak, small Cetasius, please.
Yeah, he's amazing guy.
Yes, he is.
And you're so I'm glad they're with you. They're once they're on this continent, you have something we can you can work with, Todd, right? And share with everybody. And I find Terry, I can't really connect with him very much because I think there's a language. There's a little bit sometimes with him and I a language barrier, and he's going this way and I'm going that way, and and it's not intentional, right? It's just it happens, right?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good on the messaging part. So we talk quite a bit. I told you guys I wanted to have a museum, so I've got kind of a museum of everybody's works. And so I that was my intention, was to have, the a built kit of all the Eagles that were in the past, like the AB models and the, what's the one guy, the RU Replicas Unlimited and all that stuff. So I've got that stuff now. I still need to get my 44 though. I'm working on that.
It sounds like you're working on it kind of like bit by bit, yeah?
Like little piece by little piece.
Pretty much.
No, yeah. I bought a 44 off of Richard in Canada. Richard, I hope I'm saying this right. It's either Lamer or Lamar. I don't know. But it was a Lee Malone, early on kit. Yeah. So it's being renovated.
I understand. I think if I'm not mistaken, I know I've seen that kit in person. There's another guy, Warren
Friedrich.
Yeah, I think Warren owned it first.
Probably.
And then I think that because Warren brought it to a Star Trek convention and showed me, and wanted to know if I was interested. And I looked at it and I thought, man, that's going to take a little bit more time than you can do it, right? But when I'm looking around here and I've got between 40 and 55 projects to finish soon, I can't take on anything like that. So I think that's how Warren might have got it. And speaking of Warren, we should try and get him on here. And
he was watching a little while ago.
And Richard, man, come on! He's been so supportive of the 1999 genre and model building and collecting that it'd be great to see him too.
Aye. Okay, yeah. Well, I talked to Richard quite a bit. But yeah, it's coming along. I'll have one here soon. One finished.
I know you will. There may be, you never know, there may be a big long box that just shows up at your door one day.
Okay.
It can happen.
It could happen. Yeah, it could. Yeah. So
there's only so much space for this stuff. So.
Oh, I know. Right on. I guess I need to put a little plug in here for Props and Ships. We got T-shirts, we've got mugs. Just email me or go to our Props and Ships Spreadshirt website. Order a T-shirt. Gordon.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's one. Hold on. Let me get Debbie in here.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Yep.
Very nice.
We got the Props and Ships mugs. So
yep. Shameless plug, but those are awesome mugs.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of those mugs left. So, hit me up if you want one. Like I said, Barry dropped his phone.
Nice. So yeah, about the Props and Ships merchandise. We're not only trying to produce just the regular Props and Ships logo, but there's a couple of funny ones out there too. Like I Need My Space, or I need some space, or I forget what I said
Right.
on the one shirt. But there's a number of them that we're trying to get produced and put out there. So if there's something that tickles your fancy, then PM me, either me or Todd will design it, throw it up on there, and you can order it. It's good stuff.
Just as a thought, I'd suggest maybe something a T-shirt that looks like a spacesuit T-shirt.
That's a good idea.
Right? Like I think that's doable. And before if I don't know how much longer Todd and Gordon this is going to go on for, but I wanted to express my appreciation to two other people that are out here, Mark, Anthony. I've been following your UFO sculpt, your figures, and your work for quite some time.
Yes.
And it's very impressive. Like when you take something that looks nothing like what you end up with.
Yes.
That is just amazing, man. Because I think for me, when I'm doing a prop, whether it's an Eagle cockpit or a UFO interceptor cockpit, it's people like you. Like if you don't have a good looking figure, it just makes it look cartoony. You know what I mean? It doesn't look right. And you make them look like you shrunk the person. You make them, they're just amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you just keep on doing what you're doing, and we get to see some more of your work. And the other person was Mark. I guess Mark's dropped out, Mark Meyer.
Yeah, I don't know if he fell out or if he had to go somewhere. He might have had something he had to do.
His recent 22-inch Eagle builds, like he's got lit up, very impressive, and I hope he just keeps on building. I know it looks like he's kind of pressed for space, but man, just keep on doing it, and I'll be tuning in to see all your latest works here on Todd's corner.
Yeah, I've got one of Mark Meyer's Eagles. He did the Rescue Eagle, and he ended up selling it, and I was like, hey, I'll take that. So it's one of my best ones. It's sitting up on my on the top of my cabinets with my what is that? The big blue thing, or Earthbound.
Oh, yeah, the Caldorian.
The Caldorian ship.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
I used to own.
I tried trading.
I used to own the original studio scale, and now I think it's our friend in the UK owns it, Jim.
Yeah, Jim Winch has it.
Yeah, I sold it to him because
so
it's just one of those things that's so big. Like I have really deep shelves in my house, and it wouldn't fit on one of them. Like you need like almost a 4-foot deep shelf. Like
very nice.
Oh wow. Yes,
there you are showing off, Mark.
Hey, Mark, just a thought. Why don't you do like can you do like a tutorial series on YouTube? Like how you because you inspire a lot of people. Maybe you can teach us people that aren't very good at it to try and get good at it.
That is a really nice display.
Well, I did think about doing a video on how I make them, but my sister said to me, she said, don't give all the secrets away, because if you're planning on selling them, if you tell everybody how to do it, making their own.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Mark, the reality.
Start putting some of them up for sale this year.
I'm not going to build anything.
Ask me, can I make them for them? But,
I'm looking at Gordon because I know Gordon's got his checkbook ready, and
That's right.
Todd and I don't know, we've got Todd and Gordon. I don't know if someone throws them all up in the air, one of them's going to catch it, right?
Oh hell yeah!
So.
Yeah, I was going to say my motto is I don't build, I buy.
And the other item, the other Eagle we should take a look at, Mike, is Mike Reeder's Eagle, because I know Mike has been working on
the first one I sold. He bought it. I put it up on eBay. I think it was in October. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, nice. Mike, are you gonna do pictures of your 44-inch Eagle that you can share with us? Come on.
Oh yeah,
I've been
Oh, there's
bugging him.
Mark.
I can show you pictures. Like that's never a problem. But my God, you're going to be really impressed with it.
I've been bugging him on his progress.
Yeah, it's walkabout. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You going back outside, Mike?
no, I'm downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I say don't go outside again.
No, it's too darn cold. So that's the
Right.
state of. Oh God, I can't see nothing. There you go.
Shit.
There you go.
Oh,
What the deal
okay,
is?
okay.
No, it's
Nice.
Coming right
it's
along.
in bits. Well, yeah, I kind of working at it. I made me some new legs. That type of thing, you know.
Nice.
I may have to
Well,
move.
No, I made some. There you go. I made some new legs for it. But
Just make
yeah,
sure that
it's-
whatever you do, whatever you use to attach the legs to the actual feet, are made out of metal.
Yes, they will be.
Because my resin piece is broke, and I had Lee build me some new ones out of metal for my
Yeah.
Rogue.
All right. No, these are full metal things.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's still in bits.
I mean, as much as I move mine around and display and everything, I needed something very durable.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Nice setup.
Yeah.
well, kind of. It's
Thanks, Mike.
this is where I do my stuff. I do other stuff though, but yeah. So yeah.
Darren, just to let you know, I do some things. I apply decals, and that's about it.
And glue broken bits back on.
Yeah.
I'm a little hesitant about the glue thing because you got to hold it in place, and I don't have the patience.
That's why
I just can't do it, man. I give it to Todd. Hey, Todd, Mike, can you help me? Can you help a brother?
Hey, Darren.
Hi.
Darren, it was really cool seeing some of your stuff, sir.
Oh, Mark, you're back. I'm glad because I was saying that when you weren't here, I said, I wanted to say your stuff is impressive. You had those two 22-inch kits you put together and you lit up. I think one was a lab pod, one was a transporter.
Oh,
And you lit up the cockpit, and they're amazing work. And maybe one of these days what we're going to do is I've got too many, I think it's my last count was 1999 models that were over 44 inches. And maybe having an Eagle meet or a 1999 prop meet here once we're all vaccinated and able to travel.
Yeah.
Because I can't transport all that. It would cost the cost would be like almost $20,000 to ship all that. So that I can't do that.
We could do a GoFundMe account.
Todd. And we're gonna have it in Todd's hometown, right?
Yeah.
Todd's house.
Yeah, that's good with me. Yeah, I'd like to do that. We get through this COVID thing and we start making some plans, that's for sure. I was going to tell you, Darren, also, I am going to be doing this same thing in Star Trek props and ships soon. That's my Star Trek thing, and Mark is a part of that. And Mark has built me a beautifully 1701 NCC 1701 Enterprise, the 1 in 350 scale.
Oh, wow, nice.
And it looks just like the 11-footer. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's. I could put it next to it and say, "Oh, baby."
Well, I'll be excited because I'd like to join that too, because Trek is like I said, when I went down to visit Paramount in 1991, they were shooting Generations at the time.
Nice.
and Quark's Bar. What stage 19, I believe, was Quark's Bar. Oh yeah. This is beautiful. And you know, if you ever want to go to LA and go to Paramount, just let me know, because I have a gold card. I can go on the studio lot anytime, anywhere. And I'll introduce you to Mike Denise Okuda, introduce you to Greg Jean, anyone. This is open, of course.
My dude.
Esteemed guests here. You know, you want to go.
What you need to do, if you can, once this COVID thing lifts, is to you want to get down to Ticonderoga, New York, to the Star Trek Original Series set tour.
Right.
And James Cawley, great guy, he has recreated to the last detail the Paramount filming studios for the original series. I've been down there 3 times myself. The first time, actually, William Shatner was there the whole weekend. And it was a surreal experience being on the bridge and taking pictures with Shatner and walking through these sets. So once this COVID thing lifts, I mean, you got to get down there. I'll probably be down there later on this year again. Cawley, his name's Jim Cawley. I got to invite him to. He's a member of the other Star Trek board that I run, the Art of Star Trek. But the one with Todd, I got to invite him to that too.
Okay.
The guy has done a phenomenal job, and the Okudas have been down there, and you know, I've met Doug Drexler down there. I've met the Okudas down there, and it's something you really got to see it to believe it. And now he's working on Star Trek: The Next Generation sets. So on one side, you're going to be able to go off back into 1966, and then on the other side, 1987, where he's recreating all the Next Generation sets.
Nice,
Wow.
nice. Well,
Wow.
like I said, if you guys are interested, I just finished buying a house in Mesa. So I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling back and forth. And of course, LA is only an hour, depending on how fast you drive, from Mesa. So it's only a couple hours. You know, and if you guys happen to be in LA, that's where Mike and Denise Okuda are. That's where Paramount is. That's where, you know, if they're doing anything new, we can go and take a look at it. And Greg Jean, of course, he's kind of in Hollywood. He's the top of the modelers, right? He's been doing that job for like almost 40 years. The Close Encounters of the Third Kind, you know, you name it. Greg's done it all, right? So he's definitely the guy, and he has one of the largest Star Trek original prop collections in the world. Yep. So maybe if I can find my videos, I took 2 videos, one in 1991 and one in 1994. Because in 91, like I said, they were shooting Generations, and Quark's Bar was still there in stage 19. And Michael and Denise were there. They used Mac for all their graphics. They were on the 2nd floor, just above 19. And then, of course, Greg, he's near Marina Del Rey. So it's in a secret location that I almost didn't find it because I got lost. And I had to call him up and said, I'm sitting in basically a parking lot. How am I supposed to find it? There's no numbers on the streets. There's no names on the streets. There's no numbers on the houses. There's no names on the houses. Like, how am I supposed to find your shop? And he said, okay, just go down this street, 2nd right, turn in, go up about 100 feet, turn left, and yeah, there he was. So I think he'd probably enjoy a small contingent. Plus, we could probably go take a look at my friend's. He's got probably the largest sci-fi collection of sci-fi in the world. Well, in North America, because Jason's got the largest one in the UK. And if we go to the UK, of course, I'm sure Jason would be open to a small contingent of us showing up. And man, he's got props like aircraft hangar full.
Oh,
like he's got 2 of these where literally you walk in one and you're walking on about 2 to 3 feet of merchandise. like toys, figures, and they're all still in the packages, right? And he's like, no, come in. I'm like, I can't step on mint condition. He's like, no, just here we are walking over thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, and that's I think is one. And then the other one, he's got the Millennium Falcon cockpits and
Grief.
yeah, he's got so much that whether you're in North America, basically LA's, we should really go to LA, and then if we're in UK, we'll go to. It's just about an hour north of London, Heathrow. So you'd enjoy it a lot.
Speaking of London, Heathrow, I think the next Space 1999 convention is going to be there. So if that happens in 2022, I will be in the UK. And I'm going to be a fan and not running anything, so I can just go crazy. At the last two conventions, I was part of the team along with Gordon and Roy. So we were pretty busy, and Nick Tate, I was kind of his sidekick, and he kept me busy too.
So there's the other one too here, guys. You don't have to go that far. Is Calgary Expo, where here in my city we have a huge sci-fi following. So we had almost, I think it was 600,000 people 2 years ago, the year just before COVID. And we're talking, I think we had 20 guest stars or 25 guest stars. Like this, the city I happen to live in is huge. So I hear all this about Wonderfest, and it's great and it sounds great and I'd love to attend one. But then I'm like, well, I've got one right here in my backyard, right? Because you've got 20, 30 actors. It's you've probably got close to 400 or 500 vendors. You've got an art room. You've got photo ops. You've got dinners with the stars. You've got breakfast with the stars. It's really, if you do decide to come, I think it's being held. It's called Calgary Expo. This year, I just saw them. They're trying to rope me into doing some panels, and I'm not interested. Like you, Todd, I just want to enjoy hanging around and going and coming when I want, right?
Right.
And if you're on schedule, you're missing out so much, right? Like you're doing something, but you're missing out on everything else, right?
Right.
So,
I agree.
While we're on the subject of guest stars, I've tried to get a hold of Nick Alder. We're friends on Facebook, and I've messaged him a few times, but if anybody knows him or he would answer you, I would love to have an interview with him. He worked with Brian Johnson on a lot of Alien, Space 1999, all that stuff. He would be a really good interview.
I think that would be an excellent idea, Todd. A lot of these people, though, are like, if it's really you're in the right place at the right time. Like you'd have to be in the UK, you'd have to be at home, you'd have to be allowed to visit him. You'd have to ring him up. Like I could probably get a message to him, but
I'd like to do something like we're doing right now. Just get him on the online and let him talk away.
Where's Brian these days?
Huh?
Where's Brian Johnson?
I'll have him. Me and him are good buddies.
Yeah, because I could just give him a call up. He'd probably just join us.
Yeah. I just let's see. When did I talk?
And then Jamie. We could probably get Jamie on.
Jamie Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. My co-partner there, the partner in crime, is good friends with Jamie. Gordon, that is. Sorry. Had to make sure.
I think we all knew who you meant.
Good deal. Well, Gordon's been a part of this from day one. So can you believe we got over 12,000 people in this group?
It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty amazing.
So hopefully we're going to get a little more popular with this Todd's Corner and some others, maybe like Todd's Modeling Corner, which Mark and Darren and some other guys would be really good at that too.
I think if you, Todd, if you guys, you and Gord consider, like, this is a great forum. It's kind of like we're sitting around, having a drink with each other, just chatting away. But if we were to get people like, yourselves, but Mike Reeder, Mark Myers, David Sissons, myself, people that build as well, because then we're coming, and then we all focus on a model. Basically, we've got an hour or two of really good development time, right? We might only identify a couple pieces, but we're a couple pieces further ahead than we were before.
Right.
And
that was the idea. That was the idea behind the format of the particular show here, is to kind of focus on somebody's really awesome build. Maybe follow a few techniques, see how things are done, and basically give the audience some pretty good secrets or some good experience on what to do with enhancing your own build.
Right.
I would just be the host. I wouldn't be taking in any of this information because I don't build. I buy.
Well, you're a very important part of this, because if you're trying to raise money, then that's definitely. But we've got like Mike, right? If he's doing the machine metal parts for what's required on a prop, Mark's got his painting and model building and his lighting skills. I've got molding and casting behind me. If we were to all pull our resources, it would be probably 1 to 2 months and we'd have a model. And then, Todd, you could decide, or the group could decide, is this something valid to go forward with a kit?
Right.
Because we basically did all the development work together. So, at minimum, maybe we get each a kit out of it, but the rest go for sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
I'm good with
I don't
that.
mean to interrupt. I got to go, and I just didn't want to just not show up. So, thanks. Good seeing you
Hey,
guys
thanks.
again. And
Thanks,
it's been
Mark.
great. I look forward to next time. You guys are awesome.
See you,
good
buddy.
Sunday, Mark.
Take care now.
Take care, Mark.
Yeah. So, oh damn, we got big.
IT is still a bit of a mystery to Todd, I think.
Well, no, it's got different screens I can pick here, so I could go like this.
Put him at the helm of the
That
Enterprise
didn't
and see
work.
what happens.
Oh, I'd be all over the place. Left turn, Clyde.
Your other left.
Yeah, your other left.
Your military left.
So, yeah, I'd like to get definitely with Nick and some of those other guys. But as far as building, Chris Potter, he's one builder. Those guys over there in the UK, they're pretty neat. But we got some good builders here too. So, I'll put the word out and
Todd, where's David? Get David on here.
It's a
Would
long
love to. Would love to.
Oh, I know. It's a long story, but it would be nice.
It's really a short story. I haven't heard from him since October.
Neither.
He's put me and you and a few other people in a bad spot. So I'm not giving up hope that he'll eventually, get with me. But because he's a really good guy. I mean, we had a ball at the conventions and at Wonderfest, and then we went to what's the other one, Gordon, that Keith was taking care of, Katsicon.
Yeah,
and
you guys showed up at Katsicon 2019, I believe.
Yeah,
in Afghanistan.
You were in the
I
sandbox.
was deployed. Mm-hmm.
So I can't comment too much on that, but I mean, if you're watching, David, hello. The phone.
David, join us.
David, join us on here.
Yep.
But I don't see that happening. Something's going on with David, and I just hope he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, when you see his work, and you can definitely, his heart is in the right place. His talent speaks for itself. And it's just a shame because here's a guy who's just producing awesome things, and we all would admire and enjoy seeing it more regular basis, I guess. So,
he's the only guy that I know of. He's the only guy that I know of that can actually produce a 44-inch eagle out of whatever for less than, I want to say, $500.
Yeah, that one he had at Wonderfest that year was all wood. Even the platform that it sat on, it was amazing.
It was all materials that he had available that he pretty much made out of scratch. It was amazing.
People like that are
and Jeffrey too. And Jeffrey, because Jeffrey is when it comes to his 3D drawing skills and his development of his models, his 3D models and his models, right? Because he's got a shop and he's got models, and it would be cool to have him on here because his work is amazing, right? And I often think that you get some of these 3D people doing such amazing work, and they don't feel like it's being valued, as much as, but it is, right? But having him on here would definitely go a long way of, because you should see his 8-foot sea view, his 4-foot sea view.
Oh, I know. I've seen
and his castings are amazing. I don't know what he uses because I thought every product in the movie industry known to man, but his castings are made of something else. Like I've never seen material like this. It's almost like a plastic, but it's like a glass. It's like a glass, but it's a plastic.
He's definitely good at what he does.
It's amazing. It's just amazing stuff. So having him on here would be amazing.
Yes, sir.
George, get George Takats on here, right? George, if you're listening, jump on, buddy.
Yeah, George, GT, where are you?
Yeah, exactly. Come on, George.
Yep. Well, guys, I gotta let you guys go. Myself, I have some chores that I have to take care of before dinner. But Darren, I shot you some photographs on your Facebook Messenger. If you don't mind getting back with me to tell me your thoughts, I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
And it was great talking to you guys. Thanks for having me, Todd. I really do appreciate it. And everybody have a wonderful evening.
You too, Gordon.
See you guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye, Gordon.
Bye.
All right, go back to
everyone's gotten bigger.
Yeah.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Darren. Hi.
Good to see you guys. You got a little member of the family there too now, huh?
Oh, this is an old member of the family, yeah.
She was whining at the neighbour, so we brought her up for some reason. I don't know why.
Gotcha.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I have lots of plans for this this stuff. Finding the time to do it. My job is very demanding. I work at a chemical plant and I've got a crew of about 8 or 10 guys that were 24-hour on call. So, but I'll figure it out somehow because I like doing this. This is what I like doing. Bringing information and techniques and all that stuff to the group. Hopefully they appreciate it.
I think they do. And I can identify when I was in Saudi Arabia, the plant that I was at was Sidera. And if you look online, it's 26 plants. It's a chemical plant with Dow Corning as probably one of the major licensor partners.
Right.
And so you are probably, if you're talking, you've got the team, you're probably in operations then somehow.
We're in, we are actually the emergency team that cleans up any emergency spills, cleans their equipment when they change over to different products. So once a month we're doing a shutdown, basically, and it's a week-long shutdown. And
Do you have any isocyanates?
I don't believe so. This
You're
plant
lucky
is more of a pyridine plant.
Okay.
It's
So
got every
we had
nasty chemical you can think about in that place.
yeah. It was a good experience to work in a chemical facility. For myself, it was typically petrochemical, right? So it was just strictly oil, right? Refinement.
Right.
But Sedera was making plastics, and man, there's talk about deadly chemicals.
Oh yeah. Yep. There's some really
So take care of yourself, Todd. That's safety is number one, right?
oh yeah. Yeah, my guys take good care of me. I don't I'm the supervisor over there, the boss, so I take care of all the safety equipment, everything we need to do our job. And I just and they do the job. So, and there some long days, like last week there was a 17-hour day and 15s, and so I get behind on stuff, including trying to ship these kits out that I'm trying to produce and sell. So everybody's been pretty helpful with that, understanding that I do have long days, and you can only, you have to sleep sometime.
Well, I was on that topic. I am being genuine when I say if you want help molding and casting stuff, it's not hard for me. I move through plastic like you move through air. So, to me, it's not like if I had this Thunderbird, this Thunderbird 1 beside me that you can't see anymore for some reason. So, something like this, you're looking at a couple days max to make a mold. You're looking at maybe an hour to do all the kit castings, pourings, and setup. But it doesn't take that long, right? So if that's something that, and for me, if it's something that I like, now, of course, I said that when we were talking about Teru because I'm a fan of his work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like to collect, I have studio scale almost, well, except for about 2 or 3 items. I have almost all the large Space 99 and studio scale. But I still like to collect small, really artistic. And I think Teru is really an artist, right? And having one of his kits, like having one of Jeffrey's kits, is something that I'd like to put on my shelf. And I don't get to see them in person, right? But having their representation on the shelf is so nice because it's like, that's my buddy sitting there, that's his work.
Right.
Kind of like when I look at my stuff that Mike's done all this aluminum for. Every time I look at it, I can't help but think of him, because he was standing here, in my house with Debbie several times. And so when I see this, it's a nice thing because during isolation, you can't get together, right?
Right.
So when you see these things, it's kind of a tangible piece of that person, whether it's their aluminum, whether it's their casting.
Right.
It's nice to have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out too, but I want to thank you, Todd, for having me on.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like I've said several times, you just have to let me know you need something, information, help with something, development of something. Just let me know.
Okay.
All right, man.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Darren.
Yep. See you, Darren.
Have a good one.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, there you go. Well, there we go. That was interesting, wasn't it?
And then there were 2.
Huh?
And then there were 2.
Yeah. So I'm gonna back up here and tell everybody a little bit of information I had come in from BP Taylor. That extended piece on the back of I guess I'll just show you. Yeah, that bottom picture, you'll have that whole kit. So there you go. Can you see that? I don't know if I did it right, did I? Hold on. Let me share my screen again. Share screen. And I want to do a tab and that. And okay. So the bottom ship, the one with the long tail, that's what you're going to get in the kit. And if you want aluminum for that, you'll have to talk to this gentleman here called Mike Reeder. He's got a message. You can message him, but I think you like the emails better, right, Mike?
I'll work with both. I've got my own Facebook page. That's
Right.
just Mike's Machining, or email, or Messenger. A lot of people catch me on there as well. So
Right.
I'm easy to get hold of.
So get on my post for the Eagle ship, Eagle 1B kit, and tell me yes, you want it, because I need to get a list going for Mr. BP Taylor. I want to thank him for trying to get online with us today, but it just wasn't working very well. And Mark Craig said he's just purchased a new webcam. It'll be here Friday, so maybe he can stay online with us.
Yeah.
What else did I want to say? Oh, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is on YouTube also. So all of my videos from now on will be on YouTube. And so if you missed a part of it, or you didn't get to get the live version, you can go back and watch it on YouTube.
You know your Enterprise, is it the TOS, or is it the Reaper?
TOS.
TOS. Did I get you a deflector for that?
That'll work. Mark's kind of. Huh?
Did I get you a deflector for that?
I have a deflector here, but I think it was for the smaller one. It wasn't for the 350.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you don't have one for the 350?
No. But I bet you do.
Yeah, I've got plenty. I've got a couple downstairs. I just made a batch, so.
You know, something else, you and I have talked about in the past is getting me a stock of your aluminum parts for the 1999 stuff. So
yeah,
I can ship it out directly from me. We've talked about that. I don't know how close you are to being caught up.
I'll never get caught up. Like, it's especially since COVID.
Yeah,
it's just like everybody and his dog is at home now, so they just say, "Hey, can you get me to do one of these?
I need
or do some of this."
That.
Yeah, it's just like, because I thought, like, with COVID, everybody be not doing anything or not spending, but no, it's just.
Well, man, I've seen some of these builds on the all these groups, and because people are at home and they're building to keep busy.
Oh yeah,
I've been working every day since COVID showed up. It's essential personnel, so I didn't get that chance. But if they wanted to lay me off and pay me while I'm home with this, I would be doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I'd like to work towards that one of these days. Get some stock here. That way, you don't have to send it out every 5 minutes to the U.S. As I get empty on stock, I'll just call you up and say, "Can you ship it overnight? I need it today."
Yeah, that
everything's emergency.
That's what I'd like to work on, but it's just getting to that point at the moment. It's just really bad.
I'm looking forward to us getting together again, because I enjoy spending time with you and Debbie, and showing up at the house and staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning talking, and then we drive to Wonderfest and stay up again. It's always fun.
Yeah, well, I still have the table held from
Me
when
too.
we were there for 19, so that's still working. But I don't know. I don't know whether it's going to be this year or it's going to be next year because, like,
Close.
Yeah, because apparently the deal is now everybody's got to have a vaccine or proof of a vaccine jab to cross the border now. So
Right.
like,
So they won't even let anybody leave.
No, unless they got proof of having this jab. Now I don't know how that works with air travel because that seems to be like you can travel, but they have to quarantine for so many days. But like the traveling across the border by car, yeah, they want everybody to have this jab. So that's going to take a while for us guys.
Stupid pandemic. It's really putting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So.
Let me see if I got any other remarks to tell. Yeah, definitely join my YouTube channel because after 1,000 members, I can do a whole lot more with that YouTube channel for this kind of stuff. So hopefully y'all. Anybody's watching, please. It's easy to find. Space 1999 props and ships. You can't miss it. I may end up doing a little different with the title because I want to get some Star Trek stuff in there too. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens. So, heck, I guess we ought to just clean this up a little bit. And I just want to tell everybody out there that's been watching all along with all your comments. Sorry I didn't get to all of them. Seems like we get busy and just start talking. Yeah. But I'll go back and answer some of them here in a little while. And if I can't, then we'll be next Sunday. Will be another chance. You gonna be able to join us next Sunday?
Yeah, sure. Same time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
All righty. Thanks for joining us, Mike. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're well. Thanks for inviting me. Much appreciated.
All right.
Okay, see you later.
All right, bye-bye.
See you, bud. Bye.
Okay, it's just me now, guys. I'm signing off. This will be on YouTube if you guys missed any part of it. And leave me a message either through Messenger or on YouTube or here on Facebook and tell me if there's something that you guys want to see of mine that I have or a person that you would like to have join us on this show. So, and I'll make it happen if I can, if it's possible. So, hey, thank you guys. This is only possible with you guys. And I'll see you next Sunday. Peace out.